Please hear me out. Okay, teachers cannot save lives.
Okay.
They can only advise you, but they cannot save life. This is why we have doctors and nurse. The doctor has higher qualification than a nurse. Even a teacher cannot be a nurse, rather a doctor.
Who is a teacher?
A teacher is a person who gives out knowledge.
Okay.
Who teach people how to live life without problems. Who teaches you your culture. Who teaches you nature. Who teach you what you were born of.
Doctors are taught by teachers, but without doctors, teachers will not have that strength that held to teach doctors. Like for example, before this modern life, doctors even occur, but teachers were not here. We were using herbals.
Okay.
Yeah, these herbalists, they are also doctors.
Yeah.
Even before
They
teachers.
are called native doctors.
Okay, native doctors.
Yeah.
They even before these teachers, they were doing it. They were healing people. They were helping people to have health. So these doctors are really important, even when there is no teacher.
Really?
Yeah.
Of course, there was a teacher. There was a teacher called Allah. He was the first teacher
On earth.
on earth. He is the one that gave those herbalists the knowledge.
You said there was a teacher called who?
Allah.
And who is Allah?
Allah is God.
And now he is saying that the first teacher on earth is God. So do you need to go against that?
Yes, I have to go
Okay,
against that.
let me hear.
Allah himself is different from teachers. Teachers are human beings. The teacher we're talking about is human beings. We are not talking about Allah. Allah is perfect. Allah cannot be compared with teachers.
Okay.
No, that can't happen.
That can happen.
No.
So you heard that.
Allah is a teacher in other category. Allah is the one that teaches you what to do and what not to do. So he is a teacher. You know, teacher is not just about teaching someone math, science, SES and other stuffs. Sometimes you teach people and you are the teacher of that people. Like some kids, they are doing homeschool. They have teachers.
Yeah.
Some kids, their parents are their teachers. They are all the same. They are all teachers.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying that teachers are more important than doctors.
Okay. So I think this point is also very relevant.
Allah is there to guide.
Yeah.
He's not there to teach. He's there to guide the teacher so that the teacher can teach the doctor.
Ah.
So that the teacher can teach the doctor. That's why the teacher taught the doctor.
Okay. If there's no teacher, Allah is there to guide the doctor. Allah is there always. So you can't base this point on Allah. You should base it on teachers, human beings. We are talking about them. We are not talking about Allah. Please, let's talk about teachers themselves.
Let's talk about teachers. Teachers are taught, doctors are taught by the teachers. Without doctors, there would be no teacher.
Okay.
Without teachers, there would be no doctor. Because a teacher came first and then a doctor came next.
Yeah.
Because all these doctors that you are seeing nowadays are taught by teachers.
Yeah.
They made our life miserable, calling themselves vulnerable, thinking we were disabled, not knowing we were able to do something incredible. We were comply, that we imply, causing people not to apply. Oh, how I wish we could reply to the chain, a chain that only causes pain that can't be regained to bring back love that we need.
That's beautiful. And then welcome back to another edition. This is another segment where we normally bring in two kids that will be talking about issues that are quite important, but we want to know which one is more vital in our society.
Hello everyone, my name is Ami. Today I am going to have a debate with Astu Jonga. It's going to be based on teachers are more important than doctors. So I am saying that teachers are more important than doctors.
Wow, so you are in favor of teachers. I can see that you love your teachers. Huh? Yes, madam, introduce yourself for the second time.
Hi guys, my name is Astu Jonga, and today, like she just said, we are going to have a debate based on teachers are more important than doctors. Well, I choose doctors.
You choose doctors. I can see that you want to save millions of people in the world. Well, my beautiful listeners, both of these professions are noble ones. But now, everybody have their own choice. You guys were saying something very relevant. You said that God is a teacher. You said it. Why did you say that?
Because God teach us what to do on earth and what not to do. Example, what to do is like your neighbor. You can treat your neighbor properly. God teach you that you can treat your neighbor properly. You have to pray the 5 daily prayers. If God didn't teach you that, how could you know that you have to pray?
Okay. So you said you want to be a doctor, you want to heal a life, which is very important. And God also told us that we should save one another's life. And being a doctor is also an exception to save life, to save millions of lives in the world. But yet, we said that teachers are more important. You still insist that doctors are more important than teachers. First of all, do you agree what she said?
No.
Why no?
Because doctors are more important than teachers, based on this key example that I have with me. Like, for example, the COVID-19, when it popped in the Gambia or in the world, if there was no doctor in this earth, are we going to be here this day?
If there was no teacher to teach the doctor, how will the doctor exist?
Okay, doctors can exist without teachers.
Okay, can you explain?
Yeah, even before this modern day, before teachers have to come in existence, doctors were healing people. They call it native doctors. They were healing people without teachers.
Okay. Now, coming back to your point, you said she said a very important issue here, which during this COVID-19, we all depend on doctors, including the teachers. So how are you going to defend that aspect?
Doctors cannot cure without being employed in the hospital, and those people that are going to employ the doctor are taught by the teachers.
You had her.
Okay. Before these teachers came, I will go back to that my point.
Okay.
We were having trees. We were having all sorts of things, and we don't need employment to heal people.
You mean those days?
But they are not doing things according to the COVID-19. We are all dependent on the doctors in hospital, not the herbalist.
Okay, that is true.
that's a very big point. Anyway, you know, there's a difference between a native doctor, herbalist, and of course a real doctor. So yes, so you need to stick on your point.
Yes, these doctors, before the even if we don't have teachers, they can do their job. For example, when teachers can teach doctors, for doctors to heal people, well, for them, if the COVID-19 come and there is no doctor on earth, how are they going to heal themselves? They are not going to heal themselves. When the COVID-19 came, we had a lockdown and all schools were closed. Due to the effort, determination, and dedication of the doctors, we all came back to school because they help in providing the COVID-19 vaccination, and they also help in recovering many people.
Okay. So what point actually are you going to use, or strategy are you going to use to defeat her point?
Like I said before, all doctors that cure the COVID-19 are taught by teachers. You know, there are different types of teachers. There are teachers that teach primary school, upper basic, senior secondary school, and other stuff. Yes, if all of them combine their knowledge and put it inside one person, that person is going to be a doctor. And that person, before being a doctor, he or she has passed through the teachers.
And do you also believe in me? I don't know whether the world will also trust me, that even these doctors are teachers. I don't know.
Yes.
Doctors
can be teachers, but teachers can't be doctors.
Of course, teachers can be doctors.
How?
Because they tell sometimes, like in science, teachers can tell you how to prevent yourself from this disease. They are teachers, but they are teaching you how to maintain self-cleanness in
personal hygiene.
Personal hygiene.
So, and which is quite right. In fact, I remember my mom always tell me, VM, when you wake up, before you do anything, you got to go to that bathroom, clean up yourself, clean up your teeth, make sure you take bath 3 times or 5 times a day. I always take bath 2 times a day. Sorry for that, okay? But my mother always advised me more than 3 or 4 times. So, but she's not a teacher. She's not a doctor, rather. So, how are you going to defend that point?
You see, doctors themselves, they are very intelligent.
How?
Like, one teacher only teaches one topic
Yeah.
or one subject, and this doctor
Yeah.
or these students can combine all those topics and also like analyze it and help people to heal them, to heal people. But teachers themselves, they only focus on one subject. But doctors, they focus on all these subjects. So a teacher cannot heal him or herself when there's no doctor. That can't
A doctor doesn't focus on all the subjects. You know, there's a nurse and a doctor. A doctor is a person who assists these operations, and a nurse is a person who do, like, a doctor will tell the person, the nurse do this, and the nurse will do it.
They are, let's say that
The nurse assists the doctor.
Yeah, you know, Ami was trying to define who is a doctor, and of course, who is a nurse. Who is a doctor to you?
A doctor has higher qualification than a nurse. Yeah. A nurse assists the doctor, and the doctor do operations like high operations.
Okay. So, can a teacher also operate a student to put knowledge in his brain? I just want to know, you know.
He or she cannot operate the brain,
Yeah.
but in a strategy, a teacher will teach a student how to have some knowledge inside your brain. You know, there are certain students, sometimes when they come to school, they don't learn. But there are some teachers, they teach them. Like, there's some students, they start failing exam. Now when the teacher come and advise you, the teacher is advising you. Now the teacher is putting something inside your brain, but he or she is not operating your brain.
He or she is not actually operating in your brain, which is quite right. Now, do you have any objection on that?
Yeah, teachers can advise us. They can tell us to be personal clean,
Yeah.
and they can also advise us.
And
But
it seems like teachers are also nurse, if they can do that.
but teachers can't save life. They can't operate.
They can save life. Is that what-
Okay.
Doctors can save life. It's God that save lives.
Can you hear me out, please? Hear me out. Okay, teachers cannot save lives.
Okay.
They can only advise you, but they cannot save life. This is why we have doctors and nurse. The doctor has higher qualification than a nurse. Even a teacher cannot be a nurse, rather a doctor.
In this case, if a doctor can save a life, then no doctor in this world will die, from my own observation. What do you think?
Yes, no doctors will die, and they will keep on saving lives. And if they are not here, we will all die. Yeah.
Okay.
But doctors die.
They die. After all, they die. Yes.
Yeah, they die, but they grow old and they are always healthy.
Not all doctors grow old. It's only God that can decide whether you grow old or not.
But you should also protect yourself. Protection is better than cure.
We protect ourselves by going to hospitals. And those hospitals, when we go there, the doctors are the one curing us. And those doctors are taught by the teachers.
Well, you've said it all. You say we protect ourselves by going to the hospitals, and those doctors help us. Now, if there was
Teachers help their doctors so that the doctors can help the youths.
if there was no teacher, doctors can still move on with that spirit.
If there was no doctor, teachers can move on.
Teachers can't move on without doctors because they will get sick, and if they get sick, they will not be healthy. And if they are not healthy, they will die.
But all teachers, including all doctors, ministers, lawyers, are all taught by teachers, in either directly or indirectly. Even these teachers, they are taught directly or indirectly. So I don't know why you still insist to say that doctors are more important than teachers.
Even these presidents, these lawyers, all of them, if there was no doctor, they will all perish. They will all die.
Really?
Yes.
So I think I should go back to school and start learning to become a professional doctor. So what is your plan? Do you still want to go to college and become a teacher?
No, I don't want to be a teacher.
You don't want to be a teacher. So that is the end of the. So if you don't want to be a teacher, then what is the point of you supporting teachers?
The point of me supporting teachers is because I am grateful of what teachers make me to be.
Wow. Then it's not the end of the show. We are going to proceed. It's not the end of the show. Then we continue. So you had her.
If you are grateful, then
Yeah.
you should also have that aim to help other kids. That will also make them to be also grateful too. Why should be?
You know, all of us have gifts. Everyone should focus on your gift. There are certain kids, they want to be teachers. Certain kids want to be doctors. Some lawyers, administrators. Well, on my part, I don't want to be a doctor. I don't want to be a teacher.
Okay. It seems
Some
like
kids want to be a teacher.
It seems like you don't want to be a teacher, and you also don't want to be a doctor.
Yeah.
Okay. The point is very clear.
If you know that you love teachers that much, you should also be a doctor, because you can be a doctor and also be something else. You don't always have to focus on one thing.
Okay. I want to ask, do you want to be a doctor?
Yes.
You want to be?
Yes.
Truly?
Yes.
And why?
Because I want to save lives.
You want to save lives?
She's self-standard. She's very selfish.
Really?
She has the thing, but she don't want to give it out. See, okay, listen to what I'm saying. You can be a doctor, you can lecture people, you can be a teacher, you can lecture people, but you just don't want to bring it out.
The thing I want to be, I want to be a president. If I be a president, I will help other people. If I be a teacher, I'll help other people. If I be a doctor, it's just based on what I want to be. If I be a president, I can save lives, like to encourage, to help the police and to do other stuffs.
Not even teachers. You want to help the police.
No, I am telling you.
Okay, you are telling
How
me.
to save lives.
Yeah.
How to save lives and how to teach other people while I am a president.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm telling you that even if I don't be a teacher,
Yeah.
she's telling us that I am selfish, but I'm telling you that I am not selfish, because even if I be a president, I'm going to help other people. If I be a doctor, I'm going to help other people. So I want to be a president.
So you really want to be a president, and you know this president, they have a lot of loans on them. Do you want to carry those loans with you?
Well, if you want to carry loans, you are going to carry loans. But if you are a good president, you are not going to carry loans.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Anyway, my beautiful listeners, it's a little bit controversial. I think from my own end, I don't know what Mohammed will definitely select, but to me, I'm supporting teachers, because without teachers, I don't think we all will be sitting here today. A teacher is someone that transforms you from nothing to something. So without a teacher, I don't think you will be able to do what you're doing, because you was a baby. You was not born to become a doctor, but you were born to be trained. And those training are called teaching. You know, it cannot go without teaching. So when we talk about teaching here, what are we talking about? Who is a teacher? Now, this is my question. And who is a doctor? Who is a teacher? And of course, who is a doctor? That's what I want to know. Starting from you, who is your teacher?
A teacher is a person who gives out knowledge.
Okay.
Who teach people how to live life without problems. Who teaches you your culture. Who teaches you nature. Who teach you what you were born of.
Okay. And you also talk about nature, which include everything, because when you said a teacher is someone that teaches someone about nature, it says everything. And a doctor cannot go without nature. And if somebody out there is teaching you about nature, that means that person has given him or her what his or her heart. So how will you defend that category? Because she said it all. She said a teacher is someone who will teach you something about nature. And you cannot do your work professionally without nature, because you need medicines. And those medicines are produced through where? Through the nature. So there is no medicine that is a stone. And even a stone is a nature, because it's created by God. And I think that's why you were insisting to say that God is the first teacher. That was your main reason why you choose this. So now, who is a doctor to you? How will you define a doctor?
A doctor.
Yeah.
A doctor is a person who saves lives.
Yeah.
A doctor is a person who heals with his or her heart. A doctor is a person who is not self-standard or selfish.
Okay.
A doctor is a person who's really good. And
I believe that a doctor is someone who looks after the sick, right?
after what?
After the sick people.
Yeah, after the sick people. Yeah.
But why many teachers also don't look after so many people that are in need, especially those who are here sick? Actually, why?
You know, teachers teach you how to maintain self-hygiene.
Okay.
And doctors cannot go without hygiene.
Okay.
So that means that they take those knowledge about hygiene from the teachers.
Okay. So, do you agree in this point?
She's repeating.
She's repeating.
No, you don't. She's pointless.
Why is she repeating herself? Why can't she just come up with something
No,
else?
no. What she's trying to put across, he said, like me, I told you in the beginning that my mom will always stand. And when I went to school, they say, clean, clean, clean your house. Is it clean, clean, clean your teeth? Yeah. Clean them every day. Something like that. Up and down, in and out. That's the only. And welcome back once again, my beautiful audience, and I know you are actually enjoying. Right now, we are coming to conclude this debate, and we want to know exactly both of them who is more smarter, because the basic knowledge of this debate is we want to know who is smart, wise, and intelligent to speak up his or her mind. Anybody can win this debate, whether you are supporting a doctor or whether you are supporting a teacher. But I believe that even you who is watching and about to comment, you must be a doctor or a teacher. So in this aspect, let's conclude. How are you going to conclude this debate?
Doctors are important. Teachers also are important. They are both important.
Okay.
It's just like mobile phone and battery.
Really? So you have finally agreed that both of them are important.
Yeah.
Mobile phone and
Battery.
why do you choose mobile phone and battery?
Because when the battery dies, mobile phone cannot go. Without mobile phone, battery cannot go.
Okay, that's beautiful, and I love that words from you. And then now we come to you. How are we going to conclude this show?
Oh, thank you very much for your attention. We all know that teachers and doctors, they are all important. They are, like she just said, mobile phone and battery, but I say they are important like husband and wife.
Really? Yeah. Husband and wife, they are very romantic. Husband and wife are more romantic than mobile phone and and battery. Those who experience knows what I'm talking. Maybe you people are shy, but husband and wife, those people are very romantic. They never have problem, actually. I don't know, husband and wife, they have never had problem before. Or do they? Sometimes.
Yes.
Okay, but why do you choose husband and wife instead of battery and charger?
Because the husband cannot go without the wife, and the wife cannot go without the husband.
But at some point, they run away from each other.
Yes, but they come back.
Is that the truth? Is that true?
Yeah.
They come back. Okay, my beautiful audience, the reason why we try to bring this debate is not to become an enemy, but to see how we understand the role of a teacher and, of course, the role of a doctor. We all believe that even at home, responsibilities are divided. So those responsibilities, everybody have their own. If one fails to do theirs, it means everything's collapsed. So equally, becoming a teacher, you must be responsible. Becoming a doctor, you must also become responsible. So responsibility is what is needed and attention. So a teacher has the highest qualification. Also, a doctor do have the highest qualification because they are all dealing with human nature. And when you look at it, human being goes through a lot of stages, and each stages they learn something. If you are sick, you will learn to be very careful. Again, I would love to put out these tips. If you are watching this, even if you are not a doctor, you can still prevent yourself from other diseases. Diseases like malaria, typhoid, high blood, pneumonia, and many more. How are you going to do it? Number one, personal hygiene is needed. Every human being should learn to observe personal hygiene, live in a clean environment, also in a conducive environment. If you are going to school and your school is not conducive, still your learning will not be effective. If we have hospital and the hospital is not also conducive, still our health system will not improve. So it will be important we observe both categories. At schools, we need conducive. At the hospital, we also need a conducive environment. Also, let us learn to respect one another, especially when it comes to responsibility. We must learn to respect one another, value one another, accept one another, and also do things together as one big family. Like she said, becoming a doctor is like you have married someone, which is a teacher, and becoming a teacher is also like you have also married someone, which is a doctor. And at some point, you see a home, you come to realize that this home, somebody marry a doctor, and of course a doctor marry a teacher. Equally, they all study together, do things together. So we appreciate you watching, and if you also appreciate what we're doing, do not mind our language, do not mind our grammar, because we are not professional. We are only trying to do our best. So I think you pick the sense out of it, and then leave the rest with us, so that we can manage. Or you try to clarify when we are wrong. Try to rectify us, so that next time when we come, we will improve on our runs, and then keep on doing the right thing. So before we say goodbye, who will you love to give shout out? And if there is any advice you would love to put across, you are highly welcome.
First, I would thank the VM International TV.
Thank you
for giving us this great opportunity. I would like to give service to my parents, to all of you, of course, and to my friends, family. And I would like to encourage those who are out there and have the talent, and they can't showcase their talent. They can't stand in public to speak, but they have the talent. So I'm encouraging you to come across and showcase your talent. It is very important that all of us have talents.
Definitely. So it's important we all use our voice to change the world. Yes, finally, what will be your last message for today's show?
Yes, I would also like to thank the VM International TV for this great opportunity that they have given us, and to also encourage my fellow youths on their gifts, on their talents.
Definitely.
Like, for example, most of us, some of us are writers, some of us are dancers, some of us are actors and actors. We should all combine together and know that these all things are important. They are all important. Nobody is stupid. Everybody is a genius. Always keep that in mind. Yeah. And whatever you believe, you can achieve.
Finally, we're going, and we would like to say thank you for watching, and don't forget to share, comment below, and if you have not subscribed, this is the right time, and don't forget to turn the bell so that whenever we publish a video, you will definitely receive a notification that VM International TV has put something interesting. So if you like this program, please like and share.